That's funny. I was telling my guest last week. It's probably better, like when you to like actually do like an official intro to the podcast. I don't like to. I like to just sit down and just start chopping it up because I like for my interviews and for my podcast conversations to be just that, just a conversation. So if to be able to like cut and like do this and do that, I'd rather we just rock out. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you was expecting to have like a jingle like do 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 do. We're here. You know, something like that.
But it's funny you say that. I got one of the homies, my guy A1 Beans. He's from North County.
Okay.
So you might be familiar with him. But I got him. This is my bro. We go back to like middle school. I'm a couple years older than him, but we go back to like middle school. But anyway, he's a local artist from right here in North County, and I got him working on a theme song for the show.
Yeah, I think I seen you throw him up a few minutes before we got here. I think.
Oh yeah. So, bro, we got some. Me and him got a few things in the works.
Word,
a few things in the works.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure. That's my guy. But anyway, my guy, Terell Online.
What's good?
Appreciate you joining me on the show, bro.
Appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. Man, my guy got a lot going on. Artist, business owner, entrepreneur.
Yeah.
We'll get into a little bit of everything, man, as we journey through this podcast here.
Yeah, let's do it.
What's good with you, though, bro? How you been living?
I don't believe in bad days, so life is great.
That's what's up.
Yeah, life's been good, you know. Ups, downs. Well, not really down. I just been dealing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I've been dealing with this Seattle, California weather. That's how it's been feeling for the last 3 months.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you know.
You spend time in Seattle?
No, I just know rains a lot.
I feel it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we ain't used to that here in San Diego.
No, I feel like it rained from January to March.
Off and on. Definitely more than normal here in San Diego, for sure.
It was weird.
Absolutely.
And being a store owner, it's weird. So.
Yeah. How does that work? Because I mean, your store is in Mission Valley Mall, and it's I don't know it's not a tent, but how would you like describe like?
So like I call it a walk-in kiosk.
There you go.
Or a mini store, because like to be honest with you, the setup I got in the mall was there, so I kind of took it for what it was and reimagined it. Because like they normally give you a flat piece of land and say, have at it. So all that was there, and like, you know, I just built it up. But, you know, I used my creativity and built it up from there and turned it into a store experience. Because, like, I wanted to be able to showcase the brand and kind of get the intimate time to tell people what I'm really doing. Because, you know, that's how I kind of started the whole situation. You know me, I built this on the beach. So.
Well, let's talk about the whole situation and everything. For starters, just for everybody, I mean, they can see some of the branding here. But what's the official name of the brand? What's it called and how it got started and everything?
So the brand's called Red Cup Gang. We said we hang, we don't bang. It started like about 10 years ago.
You mind posting this?
Good. You know what I mean? I got it backwards because, you know, we don't do no free promo.
Exactly. I appreciate you doing that.
But nah, we was in the studio and we had like plastic cups and I think we had red wine and I was talking my shit, recording, and I was like, Red Cup Gang, and then I tweeted it, and this is back when Twitter was popping, and fucking all of a sudden I had people hit me up, Blue Cup Mafia, and retweeting Red Cup Gang, and became a thing, and then over time, like that's where like the We Hang, We Don't Bang came from, because you know I lost friends and all types of other things, and it was just a way I can bring people together and then, you know what I mean, do something positive without being too preachy.
And what were you selling at first? Did it start with the cups, or like what were you selling at first? What was the first thing?
Some ugly ass shirts.
Okay.
Like, so like my story, my journey is kind of weird because like I was born here in Oceanside, military brat.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay, we're the same age. Okay.
Yeah, ended up in Virginia, and then like Virginia, like I was rapping and stuff when I was here. But it was like, you know, just playing around. It wasn't I wasn't thinking about going to nobody's studio or doing nothing like that. Like, we had something called Rhyme Time, and we just rhyme words or whatever. And then when I got to Virginia and I finally started getting serious about music and stuff, like, you know, like I told you, tweeted, it became a thing, and then made some ugly-ass shirts and learned how to force people to buy them at the time because I wouldn't have bought the shit. So I know I was just enthusiastic and forced a bunch of people to wear some bullshit.
So you started selling in Virginia? It started in Virginia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like, and then from there, like over time it evolved. I ended up like interning at a screen print place, which taught me a bunch about clothes and I'm making music. I'm going through my like my fuck up years, I guess. Like where I'm hitting my head on everything, trying to figure it out. But like to come full circle is the reason I'm able to operate like I am now. Because like a lot of the things that I do now, I only know because of what I went through back then. So you know, it works.
That's dope. I was about to say I'm familiar with screen print. I guess it don't really count. I did it for a whole year, but it was in high school though. My senior year of high school, we had RLP print. Met at Orange Glen High School. And we did screen print, making like T-shirts and hoodies and notepads and business cards, a little bit of everything. So I got a little bit familiar with it. And it's funny. I was telling a friend of mine. We would print up and just give away shirts at school, bro. Like me and like my brother and a couple of my homies, we were real popular on campus, and we had the screen printing class. So we would like take like Kanye quotes. It actually was when Hurricane Katrina, when Kanye went on TV and said that George Bush does not care about black people.
Oh yeah,
we took that quote, bro, and printed it up on a bunch of black and like navy blue shirts, and just passed them out around campus. Didn't even think to sell them. Just people would be like, "Hey, I want one." And we just make them. Never even thought to sell them. You know what I'm saying? So. And I always think back to that time, like now I'm like in the early process of like starting my own little like clothing thing. Yeah. And I think back to those times and like, man, I did not even think to even try to sell any of that stuff.
Well, man, the biggest thing I learned from high school is like that I ain't used my time in high school correctly.
Really?
Like, yeah, nah, like if I would like looking back, if I would have known I was gonna be forced to be around the same people for 4 years, I would have left with like some type of fan base, maybe not for music or whatever, but just for whatever I was doing. Like, I'm gonna continually put this in y'all face for the next 4 years.
Right.
You know, but other than that, like, you know, it is what it is. But I just look back like I look back a lot of times just like things that I know now versus what I didn't know then.
For sure.
So, and it's not a regret thing. It's just understanding like, when I get put in situations and environments where I got to deal with the same people over and over and over again, instead of getting caught up in like the day-to-day, what they got going on in their life, you know what I mean, put what you're doing in their face over and over and over until it becomes natural in their life as it's natural in yours. And these people, you know, they'll buy into what you got going on because I feel like a lot of people with this whole branding or first off, I feel like it's a lot of extra entrepreneurs in the space because of the pandemic. It's just a lot of, and what I mean by extra entrepreneurs, I'm glad everybody got a dream, but like they're the ones, as soon as they hit the wall the first time, I'm going, let me go find me a job real quick. You know what I mean? They're just in the space. So
I like that part of it though. I like that part, and I get that. I already like kind of had that thought, but I kind of felt like guilty or negative for having that thought. But I'm a big fan of Joe Budden and the Joe Budden podcast. And he talks about like pretty recently, he talks about how like I like all of these people jumping into podcasting. Like, yeah, go buy your cameras, go buy your microphones and start it. He's like, and I'm happy when you quit too. I can't say I'm happy when people quit, but I like that part of it. Like people like, I'm an entrepreneur, I want to be an entrepreneur. And you take like the first couple of baby steps and get into it, and then you realize it's going to cost more money than you thought, or it's more time consuming than you thought, or it's more difficult than you thought, and then you eventually quit. I think that makes it better for those of us that are going to stick it out.
I don't. I'm going to tell you why. 9 times out of 10, the extra entrepreneur is really just a consumer. Trying to run away from whatever they're dealing with in their life. Like, it's to me, it's like the person that comes in the store and says, yo, I got my own brand. You know what I mean? I see what you're doing. I support what you got going on, man. And they got on all Gucci. Like, you do what? You want Gucci your brand? You know what I mean? So it's like, for me, it's just like wasted space. Like,
I guess that's one way to look at it.
Like, and I'm not saying I want people to go quit, but like, some people ain't meant to have to have and create their own. Some people
that's a fact, and I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at. I appreciate because for me it's about the journey. Like, of course, like I tell people all the time, like I don't create content. I don't like do these podcasts for nobody to watch it. I want as many people to watch it as possible, but I'm not about the views. I'm not about how many clicks or how many comments. I'm about the journey. I enjoy coming in here, setting up my space. I enjoy editing my podcast and filming it and everything, you know what I mean? And so when I look at other people who get to the first part of the journey and they realize that this ain't for them, it just makes me appreciate myself and people like you that chose to stick it out. I guess that's what I mean. Like, I'm not, it doesn't bother me when people join a space that I'm already in, especially when I can tell that you're not going to be here for the long haul. It doesn't bother me at all, is what I'm saying.
Well, like, the extra entrepreneur doesn't bother me. Mm-hmm. But, like, when you know, like 9 times out of 10, when you know you just doing this because you picking it up for whatever reason, because you just want to say you're doing something, like you wasting the time that you could be spending on your passion. And some people's passion or purpose is to help others. Help others reach or get where they need to be. You know what I mean?
That's one of my passions.
So it's like, but it's just one of them things where it's just like, a lot of people try to play other people's video games instead of play their own.
Very true.
Like, my story is my story. I can't play your story. I can't be you. I can't. So it's like, yeah, I can get inspired by you and what you do, but I have to look at my situation objectively and take that inspiration and apply it to my situation. Not, damn, he inspires the shit out of me. Let me go do what the hell he do today. And a lot of times I feel like that's how a lot of people jump into these spaces. Like, and they fall into the, oh shit, I've been here 3 weeks, I ain't made $1 yet. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's where that shit comes from. Like me, like, to be honest with you, a lot of my situation is, like, I ended up picking up a skill, ended up homeless, and I became good at what I do out of necessity. And now it's like, to go back to even try to be like, fuck this shit, I wouldn't even, I haven't had a job in like 10 years. Like, I've been working, trying to figure it out. Like, every year I've been making a bunch of money, but like, you put me in the workplace right now, I probably wouldn't know how to act. Like, not from the sense of I'll go hard and get the work done, but it's just like, I don't have an issue with like somebody telling me what to do. I don't have, like, because I don't think I know everything, but like, the whole workplace and dealing with people's attitudes or dealing with people. Everybody deal with their environment different. Me, I don't let the outside world affect me. I affect the outside world. Like, understanding that about me, putting me in a workspace, such and such came to work upset because of whatever happened in their life. Why do I gotta deal with that? You know what I mean?
I feel you.
And then too, it's just like understanding. Like, I look at the world like this: it's 8 billion people. Everybody can go platinum doing something.
Yeah, facts.
Like,
but
the issue is, most people ain't gonna ask enough people. They ain't gonna deal with enough people.
There you.
So, you know what I mean? I shoot at the 8 billion. That's why 1 shot don't ever bother me. 100 shots don't bother me. 1,000 shots don't bother me. That's still less than 1%. So I really ain't do no work in the grand scheme of things.
I feel it.
So just keep going.
I want to, if you don't mind, I definitely want to touch back on the time in your life when you're homeless. But one thing you said that just stuck out to me right now is about like not being able to work a job, like a typical like 9-to-5 type of job. I'm there with you. I could work a 9-to-5 if I felt like the job or the CEO or whoever like valued me as much as I valued being there. Because I came from I tell people, I mean, people that follow my podcast for a long time, they know that before, photography and broadcasting, my career was in childcare. From like the moment I graduated high school up until like 2018 or 19, I was either working at a before and after school program, teaching preschool, coaching youth basketball and football. Like, my whole life was childcare. And I was good at my job. Like, I got promotions and I got raises, and like everywhere I ever went, nothing but, and I'm not trying to be cocky, but I was good at my job. Everywhere I ever went was just nothing but success as far as childcare. And I guess I'm gonna say the last place I worked, even though I probably said it on camera before, but the last place I worked, like I supervised the largest childcare in San Diego, or before and after school program in San Diego. Got the numbers up from what they were, so that means I made money for the company. but they still would like treat me like a replaceable piece. And it's like I'm better than most at this job. You should treat me like you should pay me like and treat me like I'm better than most at this job. So when I was treated like a replaceable piece at a place that I was like giving my heart to, it was like, all right, I can't work for somebody else for too much longer because I don't like the way this feels.
So from being a business owner, I can speak to why that happens.
Oh, I can now too.
Like 9 times out of 10, like especially when you're working in bigger companies, the owner, which is the person that's charismatic, and the person that really understands people and who they need to put where and how to value somebody as an employee, and that built it from the ground up, ain't there to touch and see what's going on in the operations.
Facts.
They normally got somebody else who is replaceable in charge of a bunch of people that really ain't got no understanding of people. So like that's why things like that happen. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, I'm not knocking having a job at all.
Nor am I.
Like, cause to be honest with you, like I used to, before I fucking became a full-time entrepreneur, I damn near did every fucking, I tried it all. You know what I mean? Fucking landscaping, dishwashing, working in the yacht club, all types of shit. So it's like, it's not that, but my whole thing is like, it's a lot of times where I know what I want 100% for my life. There's really no like if it was a GPS, take left, take right, I know where I'm going. So like for me, there's no way I could reinsert myself there, understanding where I'm at, what I've created, what my purpose is, or whatever. So that's why, like, for me, I couldn't go back. I wouldn't be able to readjust unless it was just like, I'm physically handicapped now and I just can't. So, you know what I mean? But it's just one of them things. I feel like the biggest thing for being an entrepreneur or in the working class or just a person, understanding, having self-awareness and understanding what will and won't work for you. Because like if you're somebody that has no aspirations of building anything, you just want to travel for the rest of your life, shit, you might work a job, stack your money, and do whatever the fuck you want to do.
It's about whatever makes you happy. And like you said, I'm not knocking anyone who wants to have a job. Like there's plenty of like one of my good friends from high school. He works a job where he works from home, but he works for someone. He makes more money than I do. He has a better quality of life than I have right now. So far be it for me to knock it. I'm just saying, it's just whatever makes you happy. And then also for me, I'm probably gonna get a part-time job here pretty soon, just because I got, like I was just telling you before we turned the cameras on, I got like bigger goals for, you know what I'm saying, I want to own the space, and like you need money to do that, you know what I'm saying? So I could work a 9 to 5. Well, I could work a job as long as it's for me though, and at this point in my life, it would only have to be part-time to where it's like I'm not, for number one, it would never be my only income, and then this income is, I'm only working this job to make money to feed my dreams and my goals, you know what I'm saying? That's the way I'd have to do it. I couldn't work a 9 to 5 where that was my life.
I feel like the issue with a lot of this shit is, or like from the entrepreneur space to the working space is, like even down to like relationships. Like we try to force a societal norm on our lives and forget that we're all individuals. Bruh.
Yep.
If you with a chick and y'all decide to be swingers and get married and that's what y'all do, there's nothing wrong with y'all marriage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Whatever makes y'all happy.
But the issue is, a lot of times, being human beings, because of the way we're positioned in society and we're raised, and the importance of how society looks at things is put on us and the pressure it is, we forget that we can live however the fuck we want to live. It's like, like you got human rights and you got to respect people, do whatever in the government, whatever. But it's like, there ain't no wrong way to live your life. So like that's one of the biggest things. Like, cause I know we talked about jobs, but that's one of the biggest things I want people to take away. This ain't a right or wrong. Like if you're not happy, whether you work a job, you're an entrepreneur, whatever the fuck you doing.
That part.
That's where you need to find your pivot and change. Like that's the bigger thing I'm trying to get across. It's like, a lot of us try to live in some type of society. I'm not doing this, so I'm not good enough, or I'm not right, or I'm wrong. Like, and that shit is all in your head. That shit is all in your head. Like, bro, I know, like, in the mall, it's this homeless dude. Bro, this nigga's been walking in the mall since I first got there. He won't take $1 from nobody. He won't take no food from nobody. He won't do it. He walk around with a smile all day. He cool. Only we look at him like there's something wrong. He might be over there in his head like, I'm fine. Y'all niggas tripping. You know what I mean? And it took time for me to really understand that's how that shit may or may not be in everybody's life. So, like, you know, like I said, like, if you really tend to your own story and focus on your own video game, like, that's the best way you get the best out of you and get the best out of your life. Like, you know, I got love for everybody, but I understand, like, I can't change or do nothing for nobody until I do for me first.
Facts.
You know, but, yeah.
Can't help the poor from one of them.
Hey, man.
Jay-Z said it.
I'd be mad if I gave you my last penny and you went and bought a backwood. I'm just saying.
That's
we
real.
both broke.
That's real. That's real. That's real. And you said you were homeless at one point. How old were you when that happened, and what led to that?
I was homeless that was like 5 years ago.
Yeah?
Man, best worst shit that ever happened to me in my life. Let me know how strong I am. Let me know what I can and can't do. But it also made me accountable for the decisions I make in my life. Me being homeless, 100% my fault. 100% my fault. It's okay. Me understanding the skills that I learned and how to make it out of that and turn it into something else is probably the most priceless part, because I didn't understand like what I was doing before, and how, like I told you, everything that I learned young came full circle and took care of me now. It took them nights when I'm looking in my rearview mirror in my car to understand, oh yeah, I already have the skills to find my way out of this situation. You know what I mean? And I think that's why I like being homeless. I wouldn't trade that shit for a world. If I had to go back to it, it's cool. I know how to go get me some money and to get back where I need to be. And I feel like, you know, like, I don't know. It ain't too much that's gonna fuck with me. So, cause I just
at that point in your life, being homeless, where were you sleeping? How were you getting by?
This shit gonna sound so crazy, right? So like, I had a Honda CRV. I pull up to 24-hour fitnesses. I was in the Bay at the time, and you know the Bay known for breaking in cars. So I sleep under the lights at the 24-hour fitness because I know the gym's 4 hours. Ain't nobody breaking in your car at the gym because you under lights, whatever. And it kind of got me starting to work out. I would take showers every day at the gym and then go hustle, go do whatever. But I remember, this shit's gonna sound so bad, bro. I would go to Popeyes. And like I'm a pescatarian, and like being homeless and being a pescatarian sounds so fucking backwards and crazy. But I'll go to Popeyes, I get a biscuit, I get 2 biscuits, a red bean and rice, and the popcorn shrimp. Yeah, and I make that last the whole day, because I take my biscuits, I break my biscuits up into red beans and rice, and I eat a couple of shrimp, and I get semi-full when I go hustle, you know what I mean, drink my water, so now I'm good. But like, I made $10 stretch. I was homeless for about 8 months. Like, shit, you know, my brother in here, so he can attest to it. And then like, I need to get more, because I was selling CDs. I was selling my CDs and my music. So it was like, then when I'm done in the Bay, I sold all my CDs. I drive all the way to San Diego. I'll stop in LA, pick up more CDs, go to San Diego to burn them, because I had to burn in the back of my truck, sleep at my brother's house, and then I drive 6 hours back to the Bay and go get money, and I did that until I made my first 10,000, had my first 10,000 saved. Then I got an apartment in the Bay and just kept hustling. But like, it's just one of the things. Being homeless, the biggest thing it taught me is like, one, being homeless is a choice, unless you got something mentally or physically wrong with you. 2, it taught me like, yo, only person stopping you from doing anything is you. Like, period. Like, you really get to wake up like, yo, I'm gonna do this today. Like, that's a choice. A lot of people don't realize that's a choice, but it's a choice. Like, and whatever you choose to do, you're gonna get the results from that. So,
man, that's quite the story. Respect, bro. Respect. I know a couple people that have a similar similar story to that. They don't, respectfully to them, because I know they're probably watching, they don't have the part of the story that you have as far as like really like hustling and getting to the bread like that. But as far as like, you know, being homeless, having to, you know, go to 24 to get your showers and do all of that. Oh yeah, I know a few people that have lived that life.
24-hour fitness save lives.
I'm starting to realize.
Yeah, no.
I didn't realize how big of a thing it was up until like,
having a 24-hour gym membership, fucking, you can go in there and shower. It is the fucking cheat code, especially if you got a motherfucking, got you a little SUV, so you can get comfortable in that motherfucker. It's good. You can save your money on all types of shit. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I learned so fucking much. Like, but like, now I can really, like, to this day, I can pull up to any city. I know how to make money. I know how to put myself in a situation where I'm comfortable and I ain't got to worry about much. But you know, it is what it is. Like, I'm a very blessed individual. Like, I'm blessed. Like, and then like, I don't know. Like, I think one of the biggest reasons I'm here is gratitude. Cause like, I wouldn't be here without people. People supported me. I remember I had $155 and like 55 CDs. Like, I turned that into everything I got now. But without people saying, yeah, I'll buy this, I'll buy that, or even if they did believe in me in the moment, they still bought it, and, you know what I mean? Without people, I wouldn't be here. So, like, I just got to be grateful for everything, every dollar that I do get. Like, I'm in the store now, I still get surprised when people come in the store, like, yo, I want to support and buy your brand. Shit, thank you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you don't have to. There's something I created out my head. Like, I feel like I'm praying money. You know what I mean?
I feel it. Well, you're a genuine dude, bro. You're a genuine dude. I think that absolutely. I think that really resonates with people. I think that's why people like pull up and they meet you, even if it's just like red coat. Because that was what it was for me. Like, I was in the mall. I was like, actually looking for a pair of Nike Cortez. I remember it specifically. I was looking for a pair of white Nike Cortez. I had both my kids with me. And I was coming out, and I had gone into that Foot Locker a bunch of times, but I don't know if you were there and I didn't notice you, or that you had just got there. But okay, so when did you get to Mission Valley Mall?
January 3rd of last year.
Last year. Okay, yeah, so you weren't there yet. So coming out, I'm looking for a pair of Nike Cortez. Grabbed them. Actually, I hadn't grabbed them yet. I passed you, I'm like, let me check it out. I met you, you showed me, you know what I'm saying, you showed me what you had going on. I was like, hey, bro, I'm gonna come grab something. And I meant it. I didn't grab anything that day, but I meant to. So I went and grabbed my shoes, and my kids love Target. Because I love Target, so because of me, my kids love Target. So they're like, yo, we gotta, they call it the Red Store. Well, they call it Target now, but back then they called it the Red Store. Like, Dad, we gotta go to the Red Store. So I took them to Target, let them run around, grab a couple toys, and we get to the car. And I'm driving home, and I was like, I was supposed to pull back up on bro. I didn't remember your name at the time. So I was supposed to pull back up on bro and grab something from him. I'm like, dang, I just have to do it next time. And I never made it back to Mission Valley Mall. So the next time I saw you, so this was like the start of the summer. This is why I was buying the Cortez. It was the start of the summer. And then the next time I saw you was Juneteenth.
Yeah.
It was at Juneteenth. And then I saw you and I was like,
I went crazy that day.
Bro's here.
That was crazy.
That's what's up. Glad to hear it. I'm like, bro's here. I got to grab something now. I missed him that day. I forgot about him that day. I got to grab something now. So I grabbed the hat. And I think I grabbed the shirt that same day, too.
Yeah.
I meant to wear the hat today.
I had all the Juneteenth stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I grabbed the Juneteenth hat and a shirt. We've been, we haven't really had much contact and conversation since then.
Crazy thing is, I watch everything. So, like, I've been seeing what you do with the sports content, and I pay attention, and like I comment or I might throw a flame in here, but I'm always aware. Like, we connect, I'm aware of what's going on. Unless you just on my shit doing some goofy shit, then I'll probably unfollow you because I'm just very big on what I intake. But like, I paid attention because like at the time we had talked about like trying to create a podcast network. Not me. I'm gonna be real. Podcasting, I have no interest in it. Like, as in being a podcaster. Will I be on a podcast to talk? Hell yeah. But, like, that's not my thing. So it's like, but again, I understand my space, but I also understand I got a platform. And, like, I don't mind, like, having others use it to create a network that'll be beneficial for everybody. So it's like, you know what I mean? But I had one of my partners at the time just paying attention, you know what I mean? See what you're going on. And then I see you do a lot with the athletes and you editing clips. So I pay attention. Like, and then I like the fact that And like me, one of my biggest things is like you are what you do most of the time. Like 9 times out of 10, I follow somebody. First 30 days, what I see is what I see. 60 days, okay, you start to catch on niggas' habits. 90 days, whatever they're doing, whatever they've been consistently doing from day 1 to 90 is who they are and what the fuck they do. And you were consistently doing what you were doing, okay? So you passionate about what you do. Bruh, I got friends, I call them today. They fix cars. I'll call them tomorrow. They're a plumber. I'll call them Wednesday. They're a motherfucking roofer. Mm-hmm. But they always struggling with money and having issues because they don't do anything consistently enough for them to pop up first and somebody's had to call. Mm-hmm. Hey, can you come fix my... Bro, you was a plumber, a hairdresser. Bro, I don't know.
You know, I think that is because people don't listen to... People chase the bag, which is cool. Get you some money. But if it's all about chasing the bag, you're always going to be jumping. You're going to be a plumber, then you're going to be an electrician, then you're going to be a photographer. Like, you're going to be jumping around. Whatever, I try to tell people, and especially kids, whatever you wake up wanting to do, go after that. And if that goes away, then it goes away. But whatever you wake up, whatever is like calling you when you wake up, go to that. And it may change. And I think, and that's what I was going to say to your point about people, like, they might do this one day and be on this the next month. Maybe, like, for me, like, I know I can, and I'm actually just finding out, like, within the last, like, year and a half, maybe, like, 2 years or so, that I have ADHD. Yeah. Part of having ADHD is, like, you're, like, hyper-focused on things. Mm-hmm. And because of that, like, I was telling somebody not too long ago, like, there's a whole bunch of different things that I'm, like, marginally talented at. Like I rap and I write music a little bit. I play the drums and I do the piano a little bit. I'm a photographer. Like, there's a whole bunch of different things that I've dipped in, that I've dabbled in. Mm-hmm. But, like, being creative has always called me. So it's always been, like, in something creative.
So to speak to that, being creative is one thing. Mm-hmm. I've made the most mistakes and I fucked up the most when I was chasing money. You know why? You know why when you chasing money?
Money's all over the place.
What happens is you take deals that are for you. Mm-hmm. Me getting my store, somebody walked up on me on the beach, spent $400 with me when I was out there selling with my table. I walked from my house to Mission Valley Mall. They opened a jewelry store. They took me that same day to go meet with the people in the mall. I had a store two weeks later. The point I'm getting at is, that whole time I was chanting to myself, like, yo, I gotta get the fuck out the streets. I gotta find another way to hustle. I let the opportunity come to me. Like me, I'm in the process now. I want to get a bigger location. But what I do understand, this ain't go to every mall, look at every store that's open, and the first one that I like, here's the deposit, let me get in there. Mm-hmm. I gotta do research. I gotta see what's going on. I gotta make sure the situation works for me. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times when you get that, one day you a plumber, next day you sell nails, it's, yeah, you chasing money, but don't understand. Money is the easiest thing to get. All you gotta do is bring value. Mm-hmm. Whether it be value to a person, value to a company, value to a situation. If you bring value, motherfuckers will give you money. That's facts. And the thing is, if you bring value and they like you, they gonna pay you more than you deserve, 98% of the time. Yes. But when you chase money, you lose customer service because you ain't thinking about how it affects other people. And then you're not paying attention to if what the fuck you doing. You really got any, like, you really supposed to be doing what the fuck you doing. Mm-hmm. Like, bruh, shit, running around chasing money, I ended up in jail, all types of dumbass shit. Like, all types of dumbass shit.
That's what's actually been the biggest, not chasing money and actually being about it, like genuinely wanting to serve people has been the biggest, like, benefit to my career. Because, like, just honestly speaking, when I first started, I wasn't very good. Like, at taking pictures or at shooting film, like, I wasn't very good. But everyone knew all the athletes, and not just the athletes. Like, it was a few barbers that I would like pull up and take pictures and film for. Mm-hmm. Everyone knew that I wanted to serve them. I wanted to create content for them, even though I wasn't very good at it yet. And so I built up a good reputation of like, yo, Flix is a good dude. He's out here for the right reasons. And once my talent caught up to my, I don't know, say career. Yeah, once my talent caught up to my passion, that's when it was like I really started to make some
Funny
moves.
story, right? First day, I remember the first day I sold CDs. I was in DC. I had 200 CDs. I left for $4 and 0 CDs. I was scared to ask for money. Over time, I learned how to make $100. Learned how to make $500. Learned how to make $1,000 selling CDs. And the reason I use the word learn is because no matter what you do, no matter what you try to monetize, you have to learn how to make that amount of money doing whatever the fuck you're doing. Mm-hmm. It's really a learning process. You gotta learn the amount of effort it takes to make $100. Then you gotta learn the amount of effort it takes to make $150. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That takes times. That takes reps. You just going out and doing it until you become a master of it. Like, yeah, you said it took time for you to catch up to your passion. Nah, you put in the reps. You did enough of it. Mm-hmm. Before it, okay,
absolutely.
Yeah, now
absolutely,
you uniquely in tune to things going on. Okay, mm-hmm. If I put the camera here and I don't adjust this, it won't. But that comes from you doing it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I forgot what book it was. It was like, you think it. It's like you think it's like 3 steps. You think it. You work towards it and then you become it or some shit like that.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm fucking that shit all the way up.
Is that from Rich Dad Poor Dad? No.
No.
I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
It's from one of them self-help books. I know what you're talking about. I've read a few of them. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you go from, like, training into being it, whatever, over time. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But, like, a lot of people don't understand that's what it is at first. When you're trying, like, people don't understand, like, effort. When you give it 100% effort doing something and, like, you magnetize and your energy is there, magic's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Regardless if you have the skill to make it happen, magic's gonna happen. Like, it's funny. Like, I tell people all the time, like, let's say you want $1 million, right? But this is your plan. You're gonna ask 1 million people for $1, right? But you say, I want $1 million. I was like, yo, my goal is to get $1 from 1 million people because my goal is $1 million. You're gonna leave. You when you get to the end of that 1 million people, you're gonna leave with more than 1 million. Mm-hmm. Some people gonna give you 0. Some people gonna give you 10. Some people gonna give you 1. Somebody gonna give you 1 million. Mm-hmm. Like I remember, like, again, I was trying to figure out how to get money together to get on MTV or whatever, and I got DUI, so I had to go pay fucking lawyer and shit. And then I'm like, fuck it, I'm about to tell my fans, I'm about to fucking give out mystery boxes, whatever I got in the inventory, send me $100, we try to get to 3,000, whatever. Third person I called sent me 3,000. Then they told me, don't stop asking. 5th person I called told me, give me 2 weeks, I'll send you another 3,000.
Wow.
Money ain't the issue. Mm-hmm. It's the level of effort, mm-hmm. and the sense of urgency you got. Mm-hmm. Like, but that also taught me my financial situation ain't your financial situation. Ain't the person I talk to's financial situation. A lot of times, especially being entrepreneurs, when we're dealing with people, we cut ourselves short or we lowball ourselves because we talk to people with our assumptions on life, money, and we put that on them, not knowing their situation may be totally different. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember I had a dude, it's crazy ass story. It was fucking raining outside in San Diego. Mm-hmm. Bruh, I needed money bad. I couldn't go sell CDs because it's raining, because you ain't nobody outside and it's raining. I was like, fuck it, I gotta go walk to the store. We ain't gonna open the store today, but let me go check. Bro, I get to the corner, somebody DM me talking about, what's your Venmo? I've had it happen before. I'm like, nigga about to send me $10. Whatever. I sold him a CD, at least he fuck with the music. He sent me $1,000. 11 o'clock in the morning.
That's love.
Bro, I'm like, the fuck going on? Next thing, he's like, what's your number? Called me 2 weeks later, flew me to North Carolina, Greenville. Dude worth $100 million. He was like, yo, I don't even know how I got your music. He's He's like, I was in Orange County, which I wasn't in Orange County. I was in San Diego at the time. One of my boys ended up scanning my CD, ended up in his watch. He doing a 15-mile run. One of my songs come on. My song touched him. He feel like he need to meet me. Whatever. Flew me out there. Bruh, I brought one person with me. I spent a week there with him. I learned more in that week than I've learned probably in the last 10 years of my life.
Wow.
Just from watching how this person moved. Bruh. I did hot yoga. I did all types of shit. I'm like, yo, what the Nothing he did had anything to do about money. Nothing. And he told me, the only thing he kept telling me this whole trip was like, he said, I find creative ways to be lazy. That's how I'm able to live the way
He said, find creative ways to be lazy?
Yeah. I said, how you make your money at first? He said, when I was going to school, I knew enough about real estate that I ended up with, I think he said like a duplex or some shit, and he ended up renting it out to his teachers at the college. Wow. And he said, I just kept playing the real estate game, and I built it from there and made some smart decisions. But he was like, I don't want to work. I don't want to do shit. I want to spend time with my daughter. So I find creative ways to be lazy. That I get everything I need to get done without having to do nothing. So now it's like I come back, and I came back, and I kind of look at my situation, and I looked at a lot of things that I did where trim the fat. Trim the fat. And he was like, a lot of times, you don't get the things you want because you're not thinking big enough. Like me, with my store, I was so scared when I first got my location, I passed up on a bigger location because I didn't think I could handle it. Now, where I'm at now, a year and some change later, I'm like...
You need that bigger location.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, you know, so it's just one of them things where it's like, you know, it's a time and place for everything, but you learn from this shit.
Have you, maybe it's not, maybe it wouldn't be lucrative for you, but have you thought about like taking your cups to like some of like the spots downtown and maybe like PB and stuff like that? Cause I be, you know, I work downtown a lot, and I know what's, and speaking of that, before I keep going, I definitely need a couple of these for the show, because we sip a little something every show, so I definitely need a couple of these for the show. But yeah, I could see, you know what I'm saying, it's like, especially during the summer, it's like a lot of the day parties and a lot of stuff going on downtown where, like, obviously something like this would be, you know, at night in the dark, you might maybe not, but you know what I'm saying, like the day party outside type of vibe. I could definitely see this being a thing. And these are, like, solid quality cups. You know?
So, I always tell people this, I'm not against anything. Have I done the work? Have I done the work and been down there to find out? No. So, I don't know. Am I against it? Does it make sense? Yeah. But, like, I ain't been down there to do it, so I don't know. I know I've tried before to get my stuff in bars. It was, what they told me at the time, the issue was, well, we need to make sure we have enough cups for every patron in here, or it'll become an issue with the state. Because they can't, I think that's why you get clear cups. When you go in there, so they can see what's in it, and they can also make sure everybody's drinking. It's kind of, it more had to do with the 18 to 21 thing. Like, if you 18 and we putting a Coke in this, and we also put rum and Coke in this, I can't ask you what's in it. Right. But if it's clear, right. So it's touchy. It's touchy. I'd rather, to be honest with you, I'd rather open my own like bar.
I feel it.
My cups.
I feel it.
Like, but I, to be honest, like, I want to get my products in different stores and things. There's things that I've thought about, but then I've also, like, the way the internet work and things, it's like, you don't have to do, you can do it, but you don't have to do it. I just honestly haven't got there yet. Like, I'm not, like I said, I'm not.
I was more so thinking about places like I was just telling you, I was at Soul Sunday this past Sunday at Courtyard. Speaking of which, and I'm not breaking any news here. Oh shit!
You all right?
Yeah, I'm straight.
That 100 proof got you tripping?
I'm solid, bro. I was at I was at Soul Sunday this past Sunday.
Yeah.
And I've been meaning to go for a long time. But that was my first time going. And like I said, I'm not breaking any news here, but I had Soul Sunday is amazing, bro. Had a great time. Great music, great energy, great people. It was obviously like no fighting, no arguments, no nothing like that. Just dope artists coming together, performing. It was dope, man. I had a really, really good time.
That's the only thing out here.
And I'm definitely going to be back. Soul Sundays, I might not miss another one.
That's the only thing I have been kind of lost on. Like, the music scene out here is weird.
How so?
It's displaced.
You said displaced?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you got your poppin' artists that do shows, that are able to throw their own shows. But when it comes to, like, open mics and Chitlin Circuit and building up, and I don't see none of that. It's, like, not promoted. Now, what I do say, most people out here in California or the West Coast, they listen to independent artists more than they listen to radio or anything else.
Yeah.
I've done gotten to a million different cars. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Like, and like, so like, that's why I feel like I'm also blessed that I've lived on both coasts.
Mm-hmm.
Cause being in Virginia, the time I spent in Virginia and shit, bruh, if you ain't Jeezy, 2 Chainz, whatever fuck coming on the radio, your homies might spin your song once or twice, but as soon as you get out the car, they're not playing you no more. Where out here, it's like, I say, there's an ecosystem for being an independent artist or being in music, because from the DJ to the artist to the fan knows how to consume music out here. On the East Coast, not so much. Maybe like, yeah, you got Atlanta and other places like that. They don't know how to consume the music, because like best example for Virginia, let's say you got a show on Monday and I got a show on Tuesday. We friends. We got, most of our friends are friends. They not coming to both shows.
Right. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
They not. They looking at you like, bruh, you want me to go out 2 nights?
You know what I've noticed about San Diego specifically? I haven't really spent any time with any independent artists in LA and know how it is out there. But in San Diego specifically, what I've seen, I'm not an artist, so let me start with that. I'm clearly not an artist. But from my perspective, there are spaces like for independent artists here to go and perform, but I think nobody wants to go and do it. Like, because of social media, honestly, this is my true opinion, because of social media, nobody wants to look like they're on a level. Nobody wants to look like they're on the level that they're actually at. Yeah. Everybody wants to look lit. Everybody wants to look rich. Everybody wants to look like they're already on.
Nobody wants a dirty win.
Exactly. And so if I'm out here with a bunch of jewelry on and a bunch of expensive clothes, and I'm showing you videos of me in the studio all of the time, and I look super lit, and I'm portraying this extravagant rapper life, not extravagant, but like already on rapper lifestyle. I can't go and perform in Chula Vista where there's only 50 people in the crowd, even though I should, because these 50 people might become 50 new fans. They're not going to do it because they're portraying this certain look over here. Listen, that's the perspective that I have.
Instagram taught me one thing: just because it looked like a duck and it quacked like a duck, don't mean it's a duck.
Oh, that's a fact. I'm not disagreeing with that. That's a fact. But what I'm saying is the people that are out here, what's like a fancy like a swan. Everybody, don't nobody want to look like a duck. Everybody want to look like a swan. Everybody's portraying that they're a swan, so you can't go and look like a duck and perform at the Chitlin Circuit spot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But there's plenty of space. I've been to plenty of spaces in Chula Vista, El Cajon, downtown, Spring Valley, La Mesa. There's plenty of
But
spaces.
That's why I say it feels like it's displaced. Cause like, bro, I've looked. Like, one thing I say about the East Coast compared to the West Coast, because it's so small. I know all the open mics, because I know everybody throwing them. Out here, I say open mics,
they're not doing it.
No, they don't know they don't know
where it is. I see.
Like, they don't know where. Like,
and see, I've been to a few where there'll be like one of the homies. I don't really kick it with him so much no more, but one of the homies, he's a local artist from here, and he would go. Like I said, if all the cities that I just named, it'd be like pretty much that we would see like the same other rappers, the same other artists there. And it's dope. Like these guys, they want to perform in their city. They want to build their buzz. They want to build their name and gain new fans and all of that. But it would be that same group of artists. It'd be that same group of people. But then when you look online, you look on Dago TV or San Diego Rap or any of these other like spaces that really like showcase the rappers and the talent here. None of these dudes are in these spaces.
Probably the only dude don't like Dago TV.
You say you don't like Dago TV?
No.
I don't like or not like. I follow, but
so my issue becomes when they start turning into the news.
I see.
Like every time I'm on Dago TV now, they broadcast negativity.
Mm-hmm. That's all. Every time I bring up Dago TV to somebody, that is what they say. Like they don't really show. They show music and negativity. They don't really show anything positive.
They show negativity and music every once in a while. Maybe once, twice a month.
I can't even remember the last time I seen a post from Dago TV, honestly. I didn't unfollow. I follow, but I can't remember the last post.
I respect it, but like they're like Channel 5 news, and I don't watch the news because I don't want to hear the bullshit. Mm-hmm. Like, that's why I don't follow Shade Room and other shit like that. Mm-hmm. It's like, I want to know what's going on, but like, it's already enough negativity. And it's like, cool, y'all gotta get y'all money, yeah, people pay y'all for posts, do what y'all do. But it's like, every time I turn, like, bro, Dago TV got me feeling like San Diego's like, bro, they be making this shit look like Iraq.
For real.
Like,
I feel it.
Like, like I said, like, before anybody turns this into Dago TV, it's definitely not that. It's just like, I control my intake. I gotta control my intake. It's like being an entrepreneur and doing what I do, I'm 100% operating on faith every day. Because I have no clue how much I am gonna make or not gonna make. I just gotta have the faith and understand I'm gonna give the best effort I'm gonna give, and things gonna fall where they may. So it's like I control what I take in. The people around me, if you negative as fuck, you start irritating my soul, I gotta go.
For real.
Just because that shit put a damper on my spirit, and then I'll wake up the next day and it'll fuck me up mentally for what I got going on. And I gotta, my mental is the only, outside of God, is the only reason I'm here. Because I've been being homeless, thought about suicide and all that other type shit. Like, am I going to be able to do this again tomorrow with these people? I'm acting like people about to stop buying shit tomorrow. Because, I don't have the answers. But, if it wasn't for the fact, I kept my faith and I controlled what I took in, audiobooks played a big part in me being able to become so strong in the mind. I wouldn't have been able to manage. I wouldn't be able to manage what I'm dealing with now. For me to tell you I don't believe in bad days, I'm not saying shit don't happen, but I understand the shit that happened ain't got nothing to do with if my day good or bad. It's just whatever. I can admit most of the shit that go wrong in my life happens because a decision I was supposed to make earlier and didn't, or something that I knew I was supposed to deal with and didn't.
Same.
It's not too many times bills don't pop up on you. You chose to sign up for cable. You know what I mean? Look, cops don't just come, sometimes bullshit, but cops don't come to your door and say you got a warrant without you doing that. Nigga, I've been in my crib. How the fuck I got a warrant? Nigga, you did some shit. And we're all aware of it. Whether we take accountability for it is on us. But 9 times out of 10, everything that happens in our life, whether good or bad, is because we did or didn't make a decision. Bruh, I got $1 million right now. I know this, but I know I don't because I didn't put in the work for it yet. It's just that simple. People, I didn't hit the lottery. You got to play the lottery to hit the lottery.
Do you believe in karma?
It's tricky. I would have to say yeah, because I believe in whatever decision you make, you got to deal with the repercussions of the other side. There's all if I choose to eat a piece of bread and that affects other shit. Yeah. So yeah, I do in a sense. I don't believe in karma, in the sense of if I do something, if you see something is morally bad or whatever, and I did it, doesn't mean because you feel it's bad, karma gonna affect me in that way. Karma affects me if I feel like I did something fucked up, karma will come back and kick me in the ass. But if you look at my situation and you choose that karma should attack me, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's your outside opinion. So I do, but I feel like a lot of times we look at people and be like, damn, it's fucked up what they did. Like, you don't know their minds. Like, that's why I don't take shit personal, because you don't know what's going on in their head. You don't know what the understanding is on the other side. You don't even know what the reasoning is. Like, all these videos you might see on the internet, somebody getting beat up. You don't know what the fuck that person did.
For real.
You like, damn, that's fucked up. Person might have been a pedophile.
For real.
You don't know. Like, the first clip I seen of COVID was some dude in China walking around like this, and he just fell out and died. And that's not even how COVID works. Like, it said, COVID, watch out, don't die. And I'm like, okay, this is how COVID works. Shit, I see why people scared. You just walk outside, you fall out and die. Like, and that's not even what it was. So it's like, but yeah, sure, I do believe in karma, but
I'm not sure if I do. Sometimes I feel like sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. I more so believe in energy for sure, and also like cause and effect for sure. And I can't really say that's karma necessarily. Like, I don't believe in karma in the sense that like the severity of things. Like, I don't think that if you break someone's arm, your arm is going to be broken. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily like that, but I do believe in energy, and I do believe in cause and effect. In energy, more so energy, I do believe in like whatever energy you're putting out into the world is going to return to you. I do believe in that. I don't know if that's karma though.
No, I don't know.
I don't know if that's
karma's probably more of a self-belief thing. If you believe in it, that's what you're gonna call it. Like, I don't know. Now you gotta understand.
Because there's a whole bunch of different like variations of what people call karma. Like, there's like you reap what you sow, and like, you know what I'm saying. There's a whole bunch of different things. But I more so believe in energy. Like, if you walk around with a negative energy and essentially like a dark cloud over, not even a dark cloud over you, but if you're always angry or like just not positive, or you don't have, you more so see the glass half empty as opposed to half full, and you always walk around with like assuming that the worst in people and the worst is gonna come of a situation, then I feel like then that is what's gonna happen for you more times than not.
Yeah, but like, that's energy, but that's also like, you have a victim mentality, you're gonna be a victim.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's energy. Like, that's energy, but like, you gotta understand. Like, people be saying I'm fucked up for thinking like this. If you sound of the mind and you sound physically, your situation is 100% your fault.
I would agree with that.
It ain't like, I'm not saying shit randomly don't happen to people, but 9 times out of 10, it ain't random. You knew why the fuck it happened, so it's like, I don't be feeling bad. Like,
me neither. And this is gonna sound really bad. This is gonna sound really crazy. Oh wait, should I even say it? I'm gonna say it. That's why I don't give money to homeless people. And I know that sounds crazy, and I definitely sympathize with you. You were homeless at one point, but that's why. Like, and it's easy for me to say I've never been homeless. Let me start with that, because I know I'm gonna get killed. I've never been homeless, but I also feel like if I were homeless, I feel like there were certain things that I may try to do. Not even may. There's certain things that I would absolutely try to do, and there's certain things I would try to do before I would just sit at a gas station and ask people for money.
I say like this, I understand your perspective, right? Tell you how I treat it.
Okay.
Do I give money to homeless people? Yes. In certain situations. I was at the airport.
I'll buy them something before I give them money. Okay.
I was at the airport. Me and my homie, chilling. Lady, she walk up, she homeless. She looking at us. Her energy telling me she getting ready to ask for some money. I don't care. You ask, I give it to you. She didn't ask. She didn't ask because I looked up and I'm looking at her. And I know what's getting ready to come. I ain't give her nothing because she didn't ask. If you bold enough to ask, I'm going to give you what you asked for. Don't fuck up and ask me for $1. I'm going to give you what you asked for. And it's not on some it's not on some shit with me where it's like, yo, homeless, you can figure it out. Nah, listen. Your situation and what's going on in your situation is none of my fucking business. Why you're here, whatever. But if you got the courage to ask, I'm gonna give you what you asked for if I got it. Just because I know 9 times out of 10, the only reason I've been able to be successful is because I wasn't scared to ask.
Let me ask you this: you give that, and this is gonna sound crazy.
We good.
Let me ask you this: you give that homeless person whatever they ask for, and then you see them. Let's say you in Mission Valley, you give them whatever they ask for, and let's say now, literally 2 days later, you're downtown and you see this same person, different outfit, looking rather clean. Same person, and and now they downtown with a different story though. So when they came to you, they said like, "Oh, my wife just left me and took everything." And now they downtown, you see them, they like, "Oh, I just lost my job, and me and my son is out here, and we need this." Like, how would that make you feel? And I'm asking because that happened to me. I lived in LA, and pretty much all of 2009, I lived in LA, and I seen this homeless dude, this white dude. He had like half his head shaved, and it was like dyed purple or something. But I noticed it. I seen him asking people for money. I'm like, that haircut looks pretty fresh, and you got but okay, somebody could have taken you to get your hair done, like whatever. But he walking up and down the train. I'm on the green line. He walking up and down the train, asking people for money, and I didn't really have it, but you know what I'm saying. I felt bad for him. You know what I'm saying. I gave it to him. Literally, bro, 2 days later, I'm in Compton. Now I'm on the blue line. I see this same dude. Now he got a guitar and he on the train. I kid you not. He was pretty good on the guitar. I give it to him. Now he on the guitar playing and he got his guitar case open. People walking by putting money in the thing. I kid you not, bro. 2 weeks later, and I used to be all over LA on the train. All over LA. 2 weeks later, I see him near downtown. I think it was the Orange Line now. But 2 weeks later, I see him like somewhere near downtown. And now he running with a store. He got a girl with him now. Him and his girlfriend just lost their apartment. And they need bread so they could blah, 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 blah. I'm not lying, bro. I could not make this up. 2 weeks after that, I see him at Union Station. I forget what was the next story he had. But every different parts of LA, and he had 4 or 5 different stories, and people just giving him bread.
So I'm gonna tell you.
And before that though, before that, my dad, as a kid, my dad would tell me like, yo, like homeless people, like don't give them money. Like if they hungry, if they want some food, buy them some food, buy them something to drink, but don't give them money. You know what I'm saying? So that always stuck with me. But even still, the first time I seen this dude, I went against what my dad taught me, and I gave this dude some money. And sure enough, the next time I seen him, I'm like, this dude is a scammer.
I'm gonna tell you why that shit don't bother me. It's not my business.
Yeah, but you can't get my money though.
Listen, if I give, I'm giving because I choose to give.
Yeah.
Not because I feel any type of way about it.
And I chose to give that first time.
No, but listen, not because I feel any type of way about your situation. So when I give here, I don't care what you do with it. I gave it to you, it's yours.
Once I give it to you, I don't really mind much what you do. But you're not finna lie to me, though.
Bruh.
We just got this. We just different in that regard, I guess.
Listen, I don't know what your situation is, Aint. You could be lying to get money because you're really dealing with some shit. It's not my business. But listen, once I know, I just won't give again.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying.
But I don't feel no type of way about it. I chose to give.
Oh no, I do.
No, but I'm gonna tell you, I chose to give because.
Nah. Because if I give, I didn't just give just because I had it to give. I give because I got a couple extra on me, and I feel like you need it. If you don't need it, then I need it.
That's where, but see, that's where we differ. That's where we differ. That's where we differ.
That's what I started with.
Because if I'm giving because I choose to give. I don't care. Here, you can have. All that other shit don't matter. Because I have the power. I don't give a fuck what your situation is. If I choose to give you $5 right now, I don't give a fuck if you went and did whatever with it. I chose to give it to you. Now, if I see you again, I'm doing out of kind of my heart. Ain't none of my business. I don't feel no type of way because when I gave to you, I gave out of the kindness of my heart. So it's cool. It's no go get whatever. Second time I see you, for me, what up? I'm just not gonna give. I don't feel any type of way about it. I don't feel like you conned me, none of that. Cause guess what? It was my choice to give. I don't give a fuck if you here with no legs.
But they didn't con you though.
No, listen. I'm listening to you. No, understand where the power is.
I'm listening to you.
If they got no legs, I don't feel bad about your situation. I chose to give because I want to give. It has absolutely nothing to do with who I'm giving to. You see what I'm saying? It's my choice to give. So when I see you again, yes, I gave out of whatever you said to me might have bothered me.
With that mentality, why don't you just have a charity that you love, or you just donate to the Goodwill every month, or you give money to the Red Cross? Like, if that's the case, like if you genuinely want to give, why don't you find a cause that you're passionate about and then give to it?
Hold on.
I'm not finna. If you come up to me on the street and I feel like you genuinely need it, I'm gonna give. That's why I gave the first time. And bro, mind you, that when I lived in LA, bro, I'm living with family. I don't really have no bread. Like my money is really coming off of, the only bread I have is off my financial aid and me either playing people in basketball on campus or shooting dice or whatever. So I don't really have no bread.
So listen.
So the money I give you is money that I really need, but I feel like at this moment you need it more than I need.
So listen, that's what I'm gonna say to that.
And then for me to find out that you probably do have somewhere to live, and you have a hustle, but you hustled me. You're not finna.
But understand this.
You're not finna hustle.
But understand this. Understand this. If I was in that situation, and I felt I didn't have it to give, fuck what your situation is. I'm not giving.
Fine.
So
my perspective doesn't change whether I have $1 million or where I have $5.
No. I get that, but get me.
Okay.
Type of nigga I am, bro. If I don't have it to give, I don't give if you bleeding out. You need $1 to save your life. I don't have it. But if I choose to give because I have it, I don't give a fuck what you do with it. I'm giving. But I'm giving because I chose. Here.
I fully understand and I'm aware that I have no control over what you do with it once I give it to you. But you're not finna lie to me to get my bread, bro.
Can I tell you something crazy?
I'm not okay with being.
Can I tell you something crazy?
You're not finna tell me that me and my girl just got put out of our apartment and we need this bread, and then I see you 2 days later and now you're telling me that.
Can I tell you something crazy?
Bread for something completely.
I love my mom, right? My mom's lied to me more times than I know my whole life. I don't know a bum I gave $1 to. Whether they lying to me or not don't matter, because I know my mom's lied to me mad times. I don't feel no type of way about my mom lying to me because I love her. I gave because I chose to give. I don't give a fuck what you do with it. Cool. You lied to me. I'm not doing it again. But what I'm saying is, you cool. I see you again. You lied to me. Just won't give it to you. I don't feel no way.
That's where I was too. But I definitely felt the way. I definitely felt confident.
But like I said, when I said my mom's lied to me about numerous shit. I'm not mad at her. I don't feel no type of way about that. Cause like when I was younger, I understand she was lying to me. But now I'm grown. I get why she lied. It was other levels of reasoning to it. Cool. But on the outside, like, you my mom. You supposed to love me. You lied to me. It's not that. So it's just one of them things where it's like, Now if I gave you, but see, that's the difference I was telling you. If I was in that situation where I didn't have it to give, or I shouldn't be giving it, I'm not giving it. I don't give a fuck what's going on. So it's like there's not going to be that situation where I feel like you got over on me. If I got it to give, here. Even if you lying to me.
Well, that's why I said I don't care if I have $1 million or if I have $1 in my pocket. No matter what my net worth is. Don't lie to me for the bread, bro. Like I'm always gonna feel had. I'm gonna feel taken advantage of if you lie to me to get my money. Period.
Man,
how much money I got?
The government lie to us and get our money all the time.
I'm not okay with that.
But you deal with it.
Yeah, I have to. I have no choice. Somebody coming up to me on the train telling me got a whole bunch of different stories. I have control over what I do. I have control over that situation. So I'm going to. And you're not going to get enough.
Of course.
Yes, I'm going to feel kind. If
of course.
You tell me you need this
but again,
rent, but you don't.
But again,
kind, bro.
But do you feel calm because they lied to you, or do you feel calm because you made a choice that ended up being right?
They lied to me.
But you made the choice. Listen, people lie to me.
The choice was made based on what you told me. I didn't just wake up today and say, you know what? I want to give away $7.
Perfect.
That thought wasn't in my head.
Listen, perfect example.
You came up to me and told me this sob story, and that made me give you $7. I didn't wake up today and say, you know what? This $7, somebody's gonna get this $7.
Perfect example. Perfect example. Cause San Diego motherfuckers love to say this.
Okay.
Like I be in the store, I be chilling. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be back right now. What the fuck does be back right now even mean? I'm gonna be back right now, bro. He's like, yeah, I fuck with it, bro. I'm gonna be back right. Bro, I know damn well I ain't about to see you again. Like, I know. It's cool. You just lied to me. But I don't know you, so it don't mean shit. Like, it's different because, yeah, you giving somebody your money, but you chose to do that. You chose to do that. So when you release that money, let all that shit go with that. You got to. Because you're not going to receive the blessings from giving. You're not.
I disagree.
You're supposed to give wholeheartedly and not care what happens on the other side. That's why it's called giving. Here. Take it. Do what you want with it.
Listen to this. My dad is a pastor.
Yes.
My dad is a pastor. People have come to my dad's church, hit him up, like, yo, we need X, Y, and Z, da-da-da-da. My dad invite them to church. They come to service. The church helps them with hotel room, whatever they need. If someone were to come to my dad's church and tell them that you're coming in here telling the pastor that you need money for a hotel room, for groceries, and for money, I'm just this exact example isn't happening. I'm just making it.
Yeah.
But you come in and you tell the pastor you need money for hotel room, for money for a week, and for transportation to get your kid to school. Mm-hmm. And the church provides that funding for you. Mm-hmm. But I know for a fact if my dad were to find out that these people have a home to stay in, the rent is paid, and they have groceries in the fridge, but they just wanted an extra couple thousand, there's no way any pastor or any organization is just going to look at that like, you know what? We're here to give, and it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter what they used it for. We just gave them the money because they needed it. So it's not. Anyone's going to be upset. You came in here saying you needed this money for a specific purpose, and this money was allotted to you to serve that purpose. And if so, you take that bread and don't do what you said you were going to do with it, that's wrong, bro.
But listen,
I'm going to feel a way about it.
But listen, I never said you feeling how you feel is wrong. I'm not disagreeing with you there. I'm saying when you give wholeheartedly and never worry about the results. Because if you worry about the results, that's where that feeling comes from.
I wasn't worried about the results when I gave it, but then when the information was presented to me, I'm going to feel a way, bro.
Of course.
I wasn't worried about it. When he gave me the bread, I wasn't worried about it. It wasn't until I seen you. It was like, no, you really didn't need this money. I'm going to feel a way about that, bro.
No, I'm not. Again, we're not arguing your feelings. I'm not saying you wrong for feeling how you feeling.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, when you give, when you choose, because understand, giving is your choice.
Absolutely.
When you give,
1000%.
Whatever is on the fucking other side of that, let that go when you choose to give.
Like, you say whatever's on the other side of that. What do you mean?
Bruh, if I choose to give, whether a nigga lying to me, con me, whatever, as long as I pulled it out myself and said, here, whatever the fuck on the other side of that, I can't worry about. Because I chose to do it. Now, it's different. Nigga come up to me, hey, and take out my pocket.
Even if you're giving for a specific purpose, so it's like, okay, like I be looking for sponsors for my show, right? I be looking for sponsors for my show. Let's say I hit up Red Cup Gang. I need a sponsor for the show. Like I gotta pay my studio rent. I need to buy another camera for the show, and I wanna get a logo that says "Ain't Got It Yet" podcast. And I tell you how much money I need for that.
Okay.
You give me the bread for that, and I take that bread and I go to Vegas and I have a good time, and you turn on my show and you don't see nothing.
But I'm gonna tell you why that's different. I'm gonna tell you why that's different.
But you gave.
No. I'm gonna tell you why.
For a specific purpose.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you why that's different.
Okay.
You approached me about a business deal. We've been talking to a homeless nigga begging for money.
They approached.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. You would have come to me, hey, I'm trying to buy cameras, so I can further my business. This is somebody on the train. Let me get some change. The expectations are different from the beginning. So yes, I have a right to be upset with you because you approached me on some business.
We can move on in a second, but the basic premise of this is the same thing. You came up to me and said, me and my girl got put out of our apartment. We need money to make rent. You came to me. That's business. You came to me. We can't make rent. I need money to make rent. If I give you money to make rent, and I see you next week with a different hair color, and you're like, come on, bro.
But no. It is, but it isn't. It is, but it isn't.
You looking at no. They're perceived as homeless.
No, exactly. So if you, bro, I don't have any expectations when I look at a homeless motherfucker, but whatever I see in the moment. If you approach me as a businessman and say, hey,
by that logic, anybody, I could come up to you tomorrow. I could rip my jeans and dirty my shoes and mess up my hat and come up to you and tell you I'm homeless and get some bread off you, and I could do that every day. I could send 1 million people at you and get bread off you.
But this happens every day.
Yeah,
but listen.
I'm saying this, it ain't gonna happen.
But listen. Same way I would go out and sell CDs. Same way I'll go out and sell CDs. Mm-hmm. Some people thought I was lying, bullshitting about doing music and would tell me no. Mm-hmm. I'm honest. I'm really doing music. Mm-hmm. But they believe I'm lying. I don't get mad at them. Some people believe me and they do buy. It kind of just is what it is, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, I just understand, like, anytime I give my time, energy, whatever to somebody, as long as it was 100% my choice, I don't feel no way. Mm-hmm. Once my human rights are violated and I don't have a choice no more and I kind of got to do it, bro, if I gave it to you out of my own pocket, I'm not worried about what you do with it. Because bro, if I gave you $7, you went and bought a beer with my $7, give a fuck about it. It's a difference between you telling me, yo, you talking about I'm about to get camera equipment, bro, you talking about me giving you hundreds, plus maybe even thousands.
So the amount matters too then.
No, it's not that the amount matters. No. Like. But the amount and what you say you're gonna do for it changes the situation. Once you say I'm donating to your business and you about to buy a camera and equipment to further your business, it's totally different than I'm homeless and I need some food, or I'm homeless and I need an apartment.
To me, the dollar. To me, it's the same.
Cause like
to me, it's the same because you approached me and told me you needed bread for a specific purpose, and this money was given to you to serve that purpose. And if you take this money and do something different with it, then you just deceived me. And it doesn't matter how much money it is. It could be the $7 that I gave that nigga on the train, or it could be.
But we're not arguing. We're not arguing right wrong. I'm not arguing right wrong with you. We're not arguing right wrong. Okay. Like I wasn't saying that person wasn't wrong. What I'm saying is, all I control is me. Once I do this and let go, I don't care no more. I chose to do that. If I see you again and you lie to me, I just know not to do this again.
And again, I started. That's just where we
yeah,
differ. We just,
yeah. Nah, it's cool. Like I respect it. I just don't like. It ain't that deep for me. Like 3 minutes from now, is it gonna matter? No. Cool. Now, if I gave you $1 million and you ran off with my $1 million, you did some shit, but I gave it to you with the pretense that you about to go and quit, man. You about to do it. That's business.
And
that's business.
This would be a good segue to
Yeah.
kind of get us off of that. With that, I'm a principled person.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a dollar amount. It doesn't have to be anything too cut and dry. I'm a principled person.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm a principled. I'm not gonna change who I am, what I believe, and what I do based on what somebody else does. I have my morals and I have my principles, and I'm sticking to those. It doesn't matter.
So
I would never just because a dude might screw me over in a deal doing business. It's not in my character to do that, so I would never do it. Even if every deal that I've done for the last 2 years, somebody got over on me.
So
I say that's just the business. I don't operate that way. I'm a
So
stand-up person, and so I'm gonna operate as a stand-up individual in every aspect of my life.
Me and you are the same that way, right? I stand on my principles, right? But I also understand I came up the way I came up, and I'm the only one that's seen and took my experiences the way I took my experiences. So putting my standards of living or my expectations on somebody else, especially if I don't know how they came up, don't know how they think or how they take things emotionally, that's wrong to me.
And see, I used to be that way, bro. And I went a long time doing that when it's like, you know what, this is how I believe, and I can't expect. I do agree with I can't expect people to behave the way I behave. I agree with that. I agree with that. But as far as my morals and the things that I stand on, I'm not saying you have to believe it the same way I believe it. But if you can't stand on principle, I can't stand nowhere near you.
Understand how? No, agreed. I'm on the same shit. But understand how I look at most people. I look at most people like they're kids. Reason being, if a kid make a mistake, it's like an understanding. Okay? And the reason I say I look at people like kids, I don't understand how you came up, what the fuck you dealt with, why you act how you act. I know me and what I stand on. So the only way I can excuse this shit, not even really excuse it, explanation. What would I do when I look at a kid? Whatever. I remove myself from the situation. But getting mad and letting that shit, I would never get mad at a baby doing what it's a kid. But my whole thing, my whole thing is, I never let that shit shake my center enough to where I give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, I know how that person came up and their experiences have nothing to do with me and my standards tell me to get the fuck away from you and not come back.
I can't say I don't let it. I have an emotional reaction to it, but that's behind closed doors. Like I'm gonna do that with my kid's mom or with my brother, or talk to my mom about it. Yeah. I would never have an outward reaction to anything like that to the person that violated. Nah, I'm gonna tell them yo, that was foul, bro, and we can't do no business together. But that would be the extent of it. I don't. No. I agree with that.
Yeah, but me, it's like I said, I think I said earlier when you were speaking. I affect my outside world. I don't let the outside world affect me. Mm-hmm. So I understand when I'm dealing with people, I'm not dealing with myself. So wherever you fall on that goddamn spectrum, I know it ain't got shit to do with me. Like I got a homie, he got PTSD from all the hood shit he been through. Bruh, this nigga get mad, we at 10. I don't say nothing to him, I let him spaz. What? He come back down. Yo, bro, I tripped out. Because I understand. I understand what that is and what he dealing with. So, most people, when they get into it, they bark and they meet at the top. And ain't no need for that because I understand what I'm dealing with. And I understand what I'm looking at. So it's like, for me, a lot of shit, it ain't that. A lot of times, shit don't even need to be said. Like, a lot of times I'm playing chess. They playing checkers. I know. I'm controlling me 100% emotionally. Like, I know what's going on in here. I don't give a fuck how a nigga act. Do your thing. Now, you touch me, that's something totally different. But for the most part, bro, give a fuck what a nigga say, what a nigga do. It ain't affecting I gotta play my video game. Do your thing, bro. Carry your ass.
That's something I wish, and I understand to a certain extent why some men can't get there. But I wish more of us would adopt that. I don't care what you say, just don't touch me. There's so many situations could be avoided, and so many of our like great black men would be here if we could just adopt that. I don't care what you say, bro. Just don't touch me.
Yeah, listen.
So many situations.
It's emotional intelligence. Mm-hmm. Okay? And then it's also understanding, like, bro, what a nigga say has no bearing to who you are or what the fuck you got going on unless you let it. Mm-hmm. And that's your choice, too. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, most fights happen because a motherfucker in his feelings or don't understand a nigga, or he heard a nigga, or he heard somebody and he was listening to hear the nigga and not understand what the nigga was trying to say. So and that's where shit come from. So it's like, bruh, again, like I told you, most people, the shit they dealing with got 100% to do with what they doing in their situation. Bruh, I've been all over the country, been all over hoods, all the time. I don't have no issues. You know why? Because I move how I move. When it's time for me to leave, you only see me if I want to be seen. Motherfuckers, we in Mardi Gras. Like, I'm out Mardi Gras, my homies, they taking 20 minutes to get back to the hotel room. I'm back to the hotel room in 5. Put my hoodie down, put my hands in my pocket. I'm not talking to nobody till I get where the fuck I'm going. I move with a purpose. I don't linger. So it's like a lot of the shit that happens to people is because they ain't got shit to do. They lingering. They wasting time. They bullshitting. It's brought on by bad decisions and lack of discipline. So, like, understanding that, all I got to do is, I control myself. I control the world. Bro, period. Like, so it's like, I get it. I get it. But, like, I look at a lot of that shit, like, bro, you don't know yourself. You ain't got self-control if you can't control that shit. Like, yeah, I'm so tired of the narrative, black people blaming the white man. I'm so tired of that. Like, fuck all that victim shit. Bro, when are you accountable for how you feel, how you think? Like, I
agree with you, bro. And it's tough because a lot of the times when you say that to black men, they think you're dismissing the fact that the man isn't out there, or like there aren't these obstacles in our way. And it's like, no, I'm not saying these obstacles in our way. I'm just saying I'm not choosing to be stopped by them.
Listen, life is hard. Life is hard. The man or not. So, who gives a fuck? My mom told me when I was young I was black and I was going to have to deal with bullshit. I'm 34 now. I'm about to still be bitching about it. Like, one of my homegirls, her friend, talking about something, crying about her life. My parents split up when I was young. And I'm like, how old are you? 33? You still talking about your parents? Like, that ain't shit.
See, everybody's different though. And see, I was just talking to my last guest about that. He was saying like how like his dad was his whole life. His dad was in and out the pen. It was pretty much just him and his mom and his sister, right? He was saying how like he's met other guys, like other people that was their reality as well. He said like they'd be like, oh man, I got demons. And he said like, how you got demons? Like we all done been through that. Like how you got demons from that? And I had to tell him like, well the variables in your life made it where that wasn't a demon for you. Like your mom was this and your sister was that, and like so many things came together in your life to where like your dad being in and out of your life wasn't too big of a deal on you.
So I'm gonna say this, bro.
But some people, you know what I'm saying, the variables in their life, that is a big deal.
Man, fuck all that, bro. Listen, once you aware you got an issue, And if you can vocalize you got demons and you choose not to go get help, it's your fault.
I would agree.
And 9 times out of 10, it's what the fuck that be. Now you want somebody to feel sorry for you because you ain't, man.
But then also, not everybody can afford the help that they need, though.
Bruh, fuck that, bro.
That's real.
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you this, bro. 9 times, no. I'm gonna say it like this.
Can afford
No,
that.
you're right. Fuck all that. I'm gonna say it, but they got free therapy and all types. I promise you they do. I promise you they do. I'm gonna say it like this, bro. 9 out of 10 people gonna ask you to borrow money to get on a bus to go 100 miles to go fuck some bitch, but won't ask you for the money to borrow the money to go get their business license.
That's real.
I don't want to hear it, bro.
That's real.
I want to hear it. The same nigga that say that to you, bro. I know cigarettes are bad for me and I need to quit. Ain't gonna light up a fucking cigarette, bro. Listen, I don't listen to shit people say. I watch their habits. Like, I just recently went through a situation and it changed my way I look at people. I judge people by 100% what they do for themselves. Mm-hmm. If you ain't doing shit for yourself, you can't do shit for me. Because you lack the ability to do it for you. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, I came in here, you put this shit up by yourself. So I know if I get into something and we doing something together, guess what? You're going to hold your own. If you ain't doing shit for yourself, I'm not coming to be a part of nothing because there's nothing there to be a part of. But most people play victim. Bro, I get it. When you get to like 21, 22, like if you're still dealing with whatever from your childhood, cool. Once you get to your 30s, bro, if you still thinking like you in your 20s, bro, and you ain't had no type of, that's your fault.
I would agree with that.
That's why I'll be feeling like, bruh, the young motherfuckers I'm around that don't know no better, I feel bad for. Mm-hmm. The older motherfuckers, that's your fault.
Yeah, that's real.
That's
real.
Like, I don't feel bad. Now, do I have empathy and love for people? Yeah, your situation might be fucked up, but if you're telling me your situation fucked up, yeah, man, but you don't take no accountability for nothing, it's probably you.
That's real.
It's probably you.
That's real.
And that's what it is for most people. Like, I'm not perfect, bro. I got a lot of fucked up shit in my life. I promise you. But everything that's fucked up, I had something to do with it. Mm-hmm. And I can change it.
What's next for you, bro? I know you say you looking to get a bigger space, but other than that,
I'm about to release a shitload of music, bro. To be honest with you.
Really tap in too much to the music. We definitely got to speak to that a little bit.
So, like, yeah, like, to be honest, I'm about to start releasing a lot of singles. The last project I dropped was called Came a Long Way. It's basically telling my story from how I came from where I started to the store. Mm-hmm. Like, musically, I'm eclectic. Like, I can do pop, hip-hop, whatever. I kind of go based off how I feel, just because I rap and sing. So, like, depending on where I'm at, lifetime moment, whatever, I speak to that. But, like, everything I make musically is based off an experience. And I try to explain those emotions from that experience in a way that they can be understood versus trying to fit in status quo. Because, like, because I got the store now, I'm at a place in my music career, I don't have to chase fame or any of that shit. All I have to do is continually be consistent, and as my brand grows, and use music as a commercial to continue growing what I do. Like, I don't consider myself part of the record industry or the music industry. I don't work by the rules. Don't give a fuck about Billboard. It don't mean nothing to me. But an advance check, like, shit like that don't excite me. Like, if I get in bed with a label or anything, it's a partnership. I'd rather put my bread up right with yours. You know what I mean? Just because it's like I said, like, it's all, like, Nipsey had it best, and it's all about the metric you're measuring. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck about fame. I'm trying to get to a point I can take care of everybody that's around me with the things that I built. And if music has to be a commercial to build my brand, to a point that they can take care of me around me, I do it that way. That's just what my situation is, so I have to play my game. But I give two fucks about being Jay-Z or what for? Like, what for? Like, is the goal generational wealth, or is the goal to be famous? I know a lot of famous broke niggas spend some time in Hollywood. Yeah, so it really don't mean nothing.
Nipsey really, still, I was about to say, to this day, he's still my favorite rapper, bro. Like, when he died, he was my favorite rapper.
Same here.
He's my favorite rapper to this day. He's like really, I credit him for shaping like a lot of my perspective in a lot of things, bro. Not even just business, just for like just in life, like just. That's why it's him being taken from us was such a loss, bro. But it's like,
yeah, but to be honest with you, like, it's fucked up. He died the way he died, but his impact wouldn't have been taken away. It was taken if it would have happened the way it was happened.
Say it again.
His impact wouldn't be what it is now if it wouldn't have happened the way it happened.
I think it would have always been. I think whenever
it's I compare it to where LeBron is now, right? LeBron's the athlete everybody love to hate, but until he gone, you're not gonna understand how much he really means to the game. Like, think about it. Kobe, everybody like, yo, LeBron ain't Kobe, LeBron ain't Joe.
He was being appreciated, though. He was being appreciated.
He just had got to the start of that. Listen, when that album dropped, he finally started getting his accolades.
He was being appreciated musically. I'm talking about, like, as far as, like, the human that he is, the business acumen that he is. He was being appreciated, bro.
Okay.
He had just got to the point, and I tell people all the time, he had just gotten to the point where he figured out how he wanted to create his music, what he wanted his sound to be, and how he was gonna move. He had just figured out, like, yo, like, he was gonna really take off with the music. That's one of the more devastating things. But he was already being appreciated for who he was.
I agree, right? I agree. But, like, my girl, she Japanese. Mm-hmm. When he passed, the impact was felt from here to there.
Facts.
And it made him be able to affect the world. I'm not saying he wouldn't have got there still living, but when he passed, his message, it made him live on forever. Like, I'm not, like my whole thing is, I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's wrong.
I was about to say, he's the Tupac of our generation.
Yeah.
Tupac was taken too soon, so I guess.
But understand, everybody respected Tupac had accolades when he was here, but when Tupac left,
yeah,
the work.
Yeah, you're right.
So, you know what I mean? But his message was, I feel like, where the world was at that time. Mm-hmm. The world needed it. So, like, when he passed, the world got what they needed. Whether right or wrong, I don't question God. I don't question none of that shit. But
I'm not questioning it. I just.
You know what I mean?
But always acknowledge how tragic of a loss it is. That's all.
Yeah, no, same here. Like, I was mad because, like, bro, I never took the time to go to the store. Like, it was on my bucket list to go there and to go to Kobe Daughter Camp because I know that's the only place I can, you know what I mean? That's where he be. Mm-hmm. Like, mm-hmm. Cool. So, you know what I mean? But it was just one of them things where I understand, like, for the impact that he has now, it only hit the way it hit because of how things happen. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that loss changed millions of lives.
Hello.
You know what I mean? Now, would I do? I still want a nigga hit? Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. But I see how it went from, okay, yeah, he affecting these people to, yo, now he a symbol of independence, hope to the world.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So it's like, like, it's fucked up. It is what it is, but, like, cause and effect.
Right.
Like, that happening opened a lot of eyes, changed a lot of people, especially for our people. Mm-hmm. Like, it is what it is.
I know, actually, well, I don't know if it started after he died, but this brand that I got on right now, Every Emotion, that's based on one of his quotes from an interview. When he was like, I went through every emotion trying to start what I'm starting right now. Like, that's, they got the name of their brand from that, you know, from that interview. So, yeah, like.
But again, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it is Things gotta happen. Things gotta happen for other things to happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it sucks, but a lot of things change because of that. Mm-hmm. A lot of doors open for a lot of people because of that. Mm-hmm. So it is what it is. But
for sure. This is a dope combo, bro. I appreciate you pulling up on me today.
No, I appreciate you having me, man. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
Anything? Go ahead and tell them where to find you on Instagram and where to find your music, and not even on Instagram, but where to find you in the world. Period. How to listen to your music and everything. Go ahead, give it to me.
So I keep everything simple. Mm-hmm. I got a song called Simple. My name is Terell Online. 1 R, 2 L's online. You can find me on everything like that, or just look up redcupgang.com. Everything will come up on everyththing. I keep it simple because I need you to find me, because I'm going to find you. Right. So, appreciate you, man. Had a good time.
My guy, Terell Online.
You know it.
Red Cup Gang.
Gang, gang.
Episode of the Ain't Got It Yet podcast. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Until next time. Take care.
Gang, gang.